Okay, so the other day I bought these micro SMD LEDs and I was looking on the internet for ways of soldering them in, but this isn't going on a microchip, this is actually going into a hobby piece that I'm making. So as you can see, they're about the same sort of size as a matchstick head. So I looked on the internet for ways to restrain them, and basically there's a method whereby you use a sticky tape, and there's a way which you fasten it down with the very tip of a pointy kind of knife blade things. Now I tried both of these methods, but for me personally it didn't work too well, because with the sticky tape it just kept on getting stuck to my fingers and I couldn't manage to get any solder onto them, and with the knife edge it kept on having a tendency to spring off. I mean, these things are so small that the amount of sanding that I've actually done trying to solder them up has actually caused them to blow away. So last night I actually had a brainwave. So basically what I did was take a yogurt pot and I mixed in some plaster of Paris into it till it was really quite kind of much more runny texture than what you'd actually use for making it with. And yeah, basically now after that I put some LEDs right on the very top of it and left it to set overnight. As you can see what these 5 little depressions are. So because it's kind of made out of a plaster and stuff, you can force them into position and it'll ever so slightly kind of take a hold of it. Now obviously over time and stuff this is going to degrade as the edges get worn away, but then you've got a perfect cast of the actual LEDs that you're making. So okay, I'll show you what I've been doing.
Noticeable thing is that the old faded lady has had a real makeover, and not just a quick bit of slack either. A new roof, new windows, doors, and the renderings completely redone. Why the total transformation?
2 weeks into stripping it out, we realised there was some kind of issue with the structure of the brickwork, especially the main supporting wall in the centre of the building having dropped by 9 inches. We had to move back 2/3 of the building, had to be pulled down. Then we had to have new foundations, the walls to be rebuilt and that type of thing.
Okay, so now they're set in position.
Canvas before we could start putting the building back together again.
Wow, it takes a lot to recover from this kind of roller coaster ride.
Keep the tip of your soldering iron very clean. I'm just using kitchen roll to wipe it clean.
This flat saw the major change because the layout before was very...
And then go in there and then hold it kind of at the edge of the actual piece that you're about to solder. Just try and get some sort of a solder on the edge of it, like that. That's absolutely fine. Also, you'll notice as well that if you've created some sort of an indentation into a piece that's the exact size of the actual LED side of it, then it won't allow the solder to run below it and kind of ruin the precision of the piece, if that makes any sense. So after that you want to try and put a little bit of solder onto the piece that you're actually going to, well, solder to it.
In this flat we moved the door from this corner here, and in doing so we got a bit of extra room in the lounge because we could move the corridor, and also the bathroom and the kitchen.
And then after that it's basically heat the wire up, and then it'll have a tendency to kind of pick up the solder on the other pieces on the actual LED bulb itself, and the two should hopefully mold together. Like so. And that's that. Very cheap solution. As I said, if it is going on a model, you know, you can't be paying for all sorts of fancy cutting boards and things like that. But yeah, the plaster Paris was £5 over here. I'm guessing in the States that would be $7. And yeah, just a yogurt pot basically, and this has worked perfectly well. Thank you very much.